Hey ladies and gents, this is Izdawiz coming to you with a review of the Mythic Legions Forest Troll. And here he is in all his glory. I reviewed the Stone Troll yesterday, and this is his cousin, I guess, or the close relative, the Forest Troll. And yesterday I took a look at the box. I focused a lot on the sculpt and the details, but I didn't put him through his paces on the articulation. So I'll try to do a little bit more of that today with the Forest Troll. As you can see, he is a very large, very imposing presence, and he's got a menacing look on his face. He's scarier than the Stone Troll a bit. I think it might be that giant proboscis there on his nose. But what this guy illustrates is just how amazing the Four Horsemen are at reusing parts so that, you change the paint scheme, you change the soft goods a bit, and you have a completely different looking character, even though he does share much of the sculpt, or all of the sculpt, with the Stone Troll. He has a different weapon, actually just a different head on the same weapon. As you can see, the head pops out, and this one has a mace. I keep wondering, what did he hit with this mace? Because it's supposed to be solid metal, and yet it's got a dent there. So he inflicted some sort of blunt force trauma on an unfortunate object or human or something. Yeah, this fits snugly into the holder, or the tree handle, the tree trunk handle, and this shows how smart the horsemen are about reusing parts. Because see, they reuse the handle, they put a different head on it, and they save on tooling, and it's a completely different looking weapon. Just like this guy's a completely different looking troll. So yeah, kudos to the horsemen on figuring that out. Okay, we've looked at the weapon. Obviously the paint scheme is absolutely completely different. This guy's more of a green, tan. There's a bunch of different looking colors here than the Stone Troll. I think the paint job is a bit more subtle, or just a few more different colors and gradients of color on this guy. Or maybe it just pops a little more because it's green. But anyway, they did a good job. The eyes are bright yellow. He really looks alive. I also, again, like to mention that varnish, or whatever it is that they put on the teeth that makes them look wet and glistening, because that really adds to the verisimilitude of the creature here. So the soft goods here, with the faux fur, it's really, really nicely done and really looks very realistic. So I think I may even like this fur better than I do the loincloth that the Stone Troll has. Alright, well, as you can see, exquisitely sculpted, exquisitely detailed. So let's run through the articulation on this guy. First of all, he's got wrist articulation on both sides, so he can swivel his wrist. The joints are nice and tight, as they have to be, because these are big guys. He's got elbow articulation, so he can move his elbow on a hinge that far and that far back, and he can also swivel. Although, you know, you can see this little gap there. It's a little unsightly when you swivel it, but no big deal. I'm not sure what difference it would make, but you could actually swivel it all the way around. I don't know why anybody would want to do that and expose the gap. So yeah, the elbow that far up, and the shoulder can also go all the way around, and it can go that far up. You hear that popping sound? That is the ratchet joints, and that's what keeps him able to hold something aloft that's heavy. That far up, that far down, forward and back on the shoulders, both sides. Same thing with the elbows, and same thing with the wrists on both sides. He does have waist articulation, so he can move at the waist that far on each side, and the legs go back and forth pretty far. I don't know what a troll would be running from, but if he needs to run, he can. He can do the high hurdles, right? Then at the ankles, what does he have here? It's going to be mostly swivel at the ankles. You know, you're going to need to keep this guy nice and flush so he stands. And that's all I can get is just basically a swivel at the ankle and at both ankles. So, yeah, that's what we have as far as the articulation is concerned. Other than that, the head of the weapon, the soft goods, and the head of the creature are all different than the stone troll. Everything else is the exact identical sculpt. So he's got all those beautiful details. Watch my stone troll review, and that'll give you a look at some of the little touches, like the fact that they have fingerprints, the fact that the nails are so perfectly sculpted, the fact that you can see the veins on the arms and just every wrinkle and crevice everywhere. So I don't know which one you like better. I got both because I couldn't pass up on either one. This one has more of a menacing look. The other one, I think, has a menacing look, but also sort of a more of a whimsical, or maybe it's just my imagination, a mischievous look. So, all right, there is your wily forest troll, and 12 inches high, thick and heavy, and a great addition to the Mythic Legions collection. Is signing off.